So it's day 3, and it will be interesting to see if it's the same tea again or if we get something else today. So let's look. Oh, it's actually something else today. So it's a harmonic composition of cinnamon, ginger, hops, and I know this. In Germany, we have this tradition of having like a little wreath on the table, and you put candles into this, and every weekend leading up to Christmas you are gonna light one of the candles. We call it Advent. That's also where the word Advent calendar comes from, I believe. And I went and bought some eucalyptus and some fake red berries and some pine, I think this is. So I'm gonna cut this, and ideally I would have green wire to do this, but they were all out of green wire, so I'm gonna use the wire I used for my wine charms as well, just the silver wire. And yeah, I thought you could join me while I create my own little wreath. So what I'm gonna do first is just cut this into smaller pieces, and that's just because you want to position them around the base of your wreath, and that is not gonna be possible when it's like all this, when it's this really big piece. It's just not gonna come out and look nice. So just chop it into pieces, and I always work with the pine first and like kind of create a base, and then I will use like the decorative elements like the berries and the eucalyptus to give it a little more both modern but also like make it a little more interesting. And you can even add pine cones and stuff if you want to. I don't have those. My wreath is rather small, so I won't be adding those this time, I think. So you want to start off by just, and please remember I'm not a professional or anything, so I'm not saying that I'm doing this like the right way or something, just the way I do it. I start by just wrapping it around a few times just so that I have a good starting point. And then I sort of take my branches and just place them like where I think that I want them to be. And make sure that I get all the gaps and everything, and just go ahead and wrap it.
I keep a photograph in which we were in love, caught in your eyes, waiting for the sunrise. I barely even knew who you were. What did you do? I didn't care, 'cause you were perfect, I swear. But somebody told me that it's over. Oh no.
So apparently my phone stopped recording, and I don't really know at which point it did that, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, so this is where we get with the first row. Just, it doesn't have to be neat or anything, we're gonna cover this up anyway. And when you're done with that first row is when you can add the more decorative elements, and also you will fill up all the holes that you see now. I personally don't cover it underneath because I just find it sturdier if you don't cover it, but you can do whatever you like. But yeah, basically I'm just gonna do the same here. I'm gonna snip off some pieces so that they are shorter and are easier to fit. And then I'm gonna nestle them in there, and you can use the wiring you already have in place for this. And just use it to both cover up some wire if you want to, and you can totally use it to cover up any holes as well. So I'll be doing that, and I'll see you in a bit.
That it's over, I know it's true. You made me happy for a while. I remember fleeting times when we stepped on top of cars. Now I don't know you, you don't know me.
And then I go around this again, and I use smaller pieces like this one to just fill in the gaps that I find. And I've arranged my eucalyptus, and you can obviously do this as whatever way you like. You also don't have to strap it down entirely. You can like make it sit like this so that it sticks up a little to give it a little more dimension. And yeah, you just have to find what you think looks best, I think. But I'm gonna head and wrap this a second time, and then we're gonna have a look, and I'm gonna show you how to end the whole thing off. And also I'm gonna add some of these red styrofoam beads, probably.
How can I feel the joy of being with you? How can I chase the pain away for good? Well, this is calling me, all is not true. I bring some mistletoe with me. Christmas is waiting for you. It'll never start without you, never start without you. Christmas is...
So I've gone around a second time and added the eucalyptus leaves. I've actually have some left over, but I think that I don't know if I might add some more. But anyway, I've covered all the holes as far as I can see, and for this you can obviously like lift it up. So I can see that I have a hole here that I probably want to cover, but it is right at the end, so that's not going to be a problem. There's a little hole here, but I don't think I have to cover that one. There's a little bit like where you just want to tuck the ends in. Make sure that the ends aren't the thing that is poking out. So just do some of that, and then get your decorations in there. So you're gonna want to tuck in all ends that you can see, and just arrange it the way you want to. And you can obviously try and cover up the thread that you have used. Ideally I would have used the green one, but they didn't have that at the store, as I said, so I had to make do with what I had at home. And I'm gonna add this one in there as well, just to cover up that hole that we found. So what I'm gonna do now is take a little bit like so, like don't clip it right at the end. And then you will go around once more, and you're gonna tuck that end in the loop you just made. So, and basically what's left to do now is I'm not gonna add any more pine to this. I'm just gonna arrange these pieces the way I want it to look, and add some of the fake berries.
You would stand out from the crowd, and maybe you would notice me. Then our eyes would meet, I would feel my heart beat. When you looked and smiled at me, back then our love was so strong. We wanted this to go on, but now it's only a pleasant memory. If I could see you now, you would stand out from the crowd, but you would not even notice me. I remember fleeting times when we stepped on top you know me too.
Christmas is waiting for you. It'll never start without you, never start without you. Christmas is all about you. I see everywhere around, fairies of December. You, I see everywhere around, fairies of December. You, can you feel the joy when Santa Claus comes to town? Come to town. And I remember the presents and the lights in the trees, the smell of chestnut boiling on the heat.
So here is what I ended up with, and I'm gonna, since these are real, I'm gonna put it on this little tray. That way all the needles and stuff will fall on there and it'll be a lot easier to clean. But I'm pretty proud of it, to be honest. I like it a lot. There are some spaces where you still can see the wire, but it's not too bad in my opinion. And tomorrow I'm gonna add some candle holders on there and some candles, but since it's almost midnight here, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Look at that snow falling down. So we are off to bed any second now. But this one isn't yours. I just thought I'd open my advent calendar because I actually didn't do it this morning, so I thought I'd do it now. Oh, it's baking powder with saffron. This is gonna be interesting. I don't quite know what I'm gonna use it for yet, but this is definitely gonna get made into something interesting. As I said yesterday, they're all the same. Varsågod. So I hope you check back tomorrow for a new vlog, and I see you then. Have a nice evening. Bye.